go ahead and introduce yourselves for me real quick.
I am Tyler Stewart.
Okay.
I'm Victoria Hilliard.
Victoria Hilliard. Okay. And what year are you guys? Are you guys seniors or
I'm a
Senior.
senior.
both senior? And your majors?
Geology.
Geology.
Both geology. Okay. So Governor Pat McCrory just recently instituted budget cuts that are going to be affecting like UNCW in particular. Different departments, they're going to cut out whole departments. And I know that geography and geology recently got merged. So I'm curious, do you know anything about the budget cuts, or has anyone around here been talking about them?
Well, I've heard a couple of things. One of the things that they were talking about more specifically was about how Cape Fear, the Marine Tech program, got a huge budget cut after they just bought the ship. And that program, 95% of the students who graduate with that degree come straight out and get a job. As far as it goes for UNCW, we've noticed it in our department just for simple traveling expenses, supplies, having to cut out field trips, and we're one of the departments that obviously we don't have the structures that we need to look at here, and we can't make them here, so we have to go out into the field and look at them and map them. So it's become more expensive, and we've had a lot of field trips that got cut as well.
Yeah, and that impacts you as seniors, right? Like your senior thesis, I'm assuming is a lot like field work. So how do you plan to kind of come up or make up that difference? Is that like a responsibility of the students or like your teachers, or is there any way that you guys are trying to combat that?
I think our teachers, the main thing is like we don't have to come up with for our degree because they have us doing an internship or a field camp, so we don't have to come up with big senior research project pieces. But as far as it goes for teachers kind of combat and the cuts that they do have, they're trying to do more, more so pictures, and they're doing what they can, but it's trying to make it in-class exercises, and this is what you would see in the field, this is what you would do, and if we had the chance, and here's a picture of it. You don't get the full hands-on experience and get out there and actually work with your hands and memorize and learn that way. So it's kind of more so like memorization based, or just trying to learn from pictures and
yeah, it's not fun. So so you have seen the quality of your education impacted by the budget cuts. Mm-hmm. You would say all around. Okay. Real quick, I have another question. I think I'm like we talked about it. Sorry, it's all right. There was one more. Where did it go? That's cool. So, are you in fear that because of the quality of the education now decreasing, like how that's going to affect your jobs offers, or do you feel like you're going to be prepared enough to go out there and do it?
I feel like the professors do a good job at making us prepared enough, so I don't really feel like whether or not it's going to impact the job as much, not at this time. I am glad that we're getting out of here now when we are.
Oh.
Because I feel like it's just going to continuously get worse, and I feel like later on if it does continuously get worse, then it will affect the students trying to graduate. But with where we are in our degrees, I feel like we're getting out of here in time. Kind of thing is I wouldn't want to stick around for any longer.
Really?
Because I feel like it's just going to get worse.
Really? So the general consensus kind of within the department is like it's going downhill because of all the budget cuts?
I wouldn't say in the department is like a consensus poll, but we can definitely see it going downhill. Last year there were a couple of field trips where we had to pitch in for funds.
Oh, out of pocket?
Out of pocket, yeah.
Oh wow. That's crazy to think that as a student you're already paying for tuition and then you have to come up with more money for field trips based upon your major.
It's becoming real frustrating for the professors and for the students to have to try to circumvent and be hindered by all this kind of stuff. It's frustrating for everybody.
Yeah. Any last comments you want to provide? No? Okay. All right, cool. Thank you. That was